everybody. Welcome back to Ordinary Adventures.
Come with us as we explore Shanghai, China for the very first time. And I have to say, the city really surprised us with its mix of old and new. We'll see some of the biggest tourist attractions, including the Bund, which offers breathtaking views of the city skyline. We'll go on a street food tour inside Yuyuan Bazaar, from Candied Haw Berries to cornmeal cakes, bamboo tube tea to Michelin-rated steam bun restaurant, which was founded in the year 1900. We'll explore Yu Garden, one of the most beautiful Chinese gardens we've ever seen. And that night, we'll check out Nanjing Road, the world's longest shopping district. Come with us on this adventure. So this morning we checked out of the Shanghai Disneyland Hotel and we took a taxi ride, 30 minutes, only cost $18 to our hotel in the city. And this is the Shanghai Marriott Marquis City Center. Obviously this is a Marriott, so we're not gonna do a full hotel tour.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, this place looks really nice, especially for it being $200 a night after taxes and fees.
Yeah, it feels like it should cost a lot more than that.
Yeah, it's a huge room. It's very nice. The bathroom has like a see-through window.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but there are blinds, so that's good.
Yeah, but they have great views of the city. We got a king-size bed. Most importantly, there's a toilet here.
Yes, there's not just a hole in the ground, which I'm very excited about.
Yeah.
I need my Western toilet, I'm sorry.
But it seems like a nice room, and it's gonna do us fine for the next 3 nights, 4 days.
Yeah, you did good. Good job.
It's funny because we've been staying at mostly Disney hotels this entire trip, so $200 a night seems like a bargain compared to that. I noticed walking down the streets is just how many bikes and mopeds there are. They're like all over the place. It seems like more people use them for transportation than cars here. My favorite versions of the bikes are like the enclosed bikes. They're almost like a personal car. Like, do they cost a lot more than a normal bike? This is cool. They just have a street filled with clothes hangers. People just hang their clothes out in the open. No fear of like someone stealing them. And like the houses are like across the street. I don't know, that's crazy. First up, we're headed to Jia Jia Tang Bao, which they're renowned for their Scallion Baos, which are like the little soup dumplings. They call them XLBs. They usually have pork in them. They can also have like crab meat and stuff. So of course we got their signature pork dumplings, and these are soup dumplings. You're supposed to pick it up with your chopsticks and then you bite into it. So you create a little hole and then you suck some of the soup out because it's scalding hot. You don't want to put that whole thing in your mouth. It's good. These are the best soup dumplings I've ever had. Keep in mind, I've only had Din Tai Fung in a couple other places in America, but this is incredible. 5 out of 5.
Yeah, we ordered 2 of them.
We got 2 full containers. I'm excited to eat them all.
So good. We ordered the correct amount.
I just want to say how affordable this is. For 12 dumplings, it's about $3 American.
I love how this place is just like a little hole in the wall. That's where you're gonna find the best food. It's crammed in there. You could see them cooking the stuff in the kitchen. And their menu was pretty small, but they did have like a bunch of other stuff besides pork, more adventurous stuff, but we just wanted the soup dumplings and they were amazing. The best we've ever had, obviously. So good. Highly recommend this place. I think it's like a popular spot, so like definitely check it out.
Yeah, they crammed us with some other people at a table,
Yeah,
which is why we weren't really vlogging.
That's why we were
there.
whispering in there, because like we're literally sitting next to people and we got embarrassed. But yeah, so just keep that in mind. You're probably going to be sat with someone and it's very cramped, but worth it for delicious food.
You also have to get to this place pretty early because they sell out of items. They have their whole menu listed on the back wall on these like wooden slats, and then when they sell out, they turn them over and it's red. So get here early if you want to get the good stuff.
And then right next door to that restaurant, there's this place selling scallion pancakes, among other things. And I love scallion pancakes. I always order them back home whenever we order Chinese food. This is less than $1. It's 83 cents. And it's like a nice little grab and go, like thick little pancake. Can't wait to try it.
Yeah, we haven't heard about this place, but like you saw it and you're like, I need it.
Yeah, we were like walking out of the restaurant and I saw it and I was like, okay, I need to get that. I'm not exactly sure what a scallion pancake is. I think it's just like dough or flour deep fried with obviously scallions inside. This is packed with them. It is fried to perfection, nice and greasy, warm, but also like fluffy on the inside. 5 out of 5. You knew I was gonna give it a 5 out of 5. If you've never tried one, I highly recommend. They had like other flavors too. They had ones with like eggs in it and a bunch of stuff, but I just went basic.
So I think we've mentioned this before, but in China, they don't really use credit cards and they don't really use cash. They use these apps, these everything apps like WeChat and Alipay, and you get these QR codes, you can scan them at registers, and that's how you pay for everything. It's hooked up to your bank account or a debit card, and it's actually really cool. And also in those apps is a bunch of mini apps. So like their version of Uber is called Didi, and you pull it up in the app, tell them where you want to go, you get your cab or you get your driver, and they bring you there, and it's like relatively cheap. Like I want to say like 1/5 the cost of Uber in LA. So we took a Didi to the Bund, which was basically their kind of version of Wall Street, and it's now become kind of like an entertainment district, but it overlooks the skyline of Pudong.
And just in case you're wondering, there's no drones, no dancing, no fishing, no sitting on the rails, no selling t-shirts, no camping, no dogs, no rollerblades, no kites, and no bikes allowed here.
Why is there no dancing allowed?
I don't know. Maybe that means like street performers or something.
Oh, that's probably what it is. You're right.
We can't I don't want to get in trouble. No dancing. Wow. Talk about a skyline. And I thought Hong Kong was cool. Which building is your favorite?
Definitely the Pearl.
Yeah, the Pearl is so pretty, but I kind of like the gold one over here because it has this gold reflection that it's leaving on the water. And then that might be the tallest building that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, that's the Shanghai Tower. I think that's the second tallest building in the world.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Look at the skyline.
Yes, looking at it.
Now, how long ago was 1990? 30 years?
Yeah, 34.
That's what it looked like in 1990.
Wow.
That's how fast that skyline.
That's kind of crazy. Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
It is so pretty.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed. That is kind of crazy though.
When I was doing research on Shanghai, the number one thing that everybody said you have to do is you need to go to the Bund. So, and we're here.
Yeah, it was our first stop, or our 4th stop. So I was curious what the cruise ships were that were here. And there are actually 2 that we've never heard of, which makes sense. I have this app that like tracks cruise ships and it shows where every single cruise ship in the world is at any given moment of the day. So how does it know where they all are? I don't know.
So there's cool views going this way, but then the views this way is kind of like what I was talking about, that old Wall Street. There's a lot of like old bank buildings and stuff like that. And the sun's setting, so it's kind of like quite beautiful over like the older buildings over here.
I love all the tugboats and like all these little long skinny boats that are cruising on by. It's so cool to see. If you guys know what these boats are for, let me know.
Right over there is Nanjing Road, which is a major shopping district. It's kind of a big tourist attraction. We're gonna go there later on. I just love how the buildings have like these circular motifs. Like I'm all for like our skylines looking more like Epcot. Do you know what I mean?
We were walking to our next destination and we saw this wall of butterflies. It's so pretty. I bet this looks really cool at night.
And now we're headed to a well-known and highly regarded restaurant. It's called Lost Heaven. It's Yunnan cuisine. The Yunnan province is in southwestern China and it's known for their diverse ingredients and flavors. So I'm interested to try it out. Bill Clinton was here once. LeBron. Who else? Lionel Richie.
Now us. I'm just kidding. That was a joke.
So that place was amazing. Highly recommend.
Every single thing that we got, I'm not even joking you, was a 5 out of 5. It was so good. And the vibe in there was so cool with like the red lighting. It felt So authentically Chinese. It was so cool.
We got the Mount Kawa grilled pork, and this had like a charred flavor. It was almost like a deconstructed barbecue pork ribs, but spicier.
Yes, the spice on every single dish was very noticeable, but not like spicy. I just mean like flavor.
Yeah.
So good. This was delicious.
The Burmese lamb samosas, they had this colorful salsa. I don't know, it just tasted like salsa to me. I'm not sure what it was exactly, but it was flaky, it was so flavorful, and it didn't have a strong lamb flavor. I thought Kitra was going to like it, but a few bites in.
I took a few bites. I liked it in the beginning, but then you could definitely taste the lamb. So if you're not like a lamb lover like me, it was still good.
Yeah.
Like I still would recommend it, but I let Peter eat all of them.
We got a side of ham and vegetable fried rice. And this was hard to explain. It had a unique spice to it. Everything had a unique spice. But the flavors were just like so fresh.
We devoured that. It was so good.
And we got the Yuyuan Bao chicken. This was really hard to describe. It had peanuts, so like had a crunch to it.
Yeah, it had a lot of onions, green onions and regular onions. It kind of reminded me of Kung Pao chicken, but without the spiciness of a Kung Pao chicken.
Yeah.
It was just a very good dish. I wanted to like lick the plate clean. That was like my favorite thing that we had out of everything.
Yeah, it was very comforting and savory.
Oh yeah, and I got a beer. The beer was good too.
Yeah.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, the atmosphere in there is unmatched, and if you get a window seat, you can look out to like almost the Bund, and the food just felt really authentic to that region. But if you do want to come here, get reservations because they don't really do walk-ups.
Yeah, it was like a packed house, and it was packed the entire time we were there, so you could tell that this is like a well-loved place.
Yeah.
The next day.
Good morning. It is the next day, and right now we're going to head over to Yu Gardens, which is a traditional Chinese garden.
So we were trying to get to Yu Garden, but I think we entered in through the City of God Temple. This is a temple that's been here since like the 1400s. So it's been here forever.
Yeah, and you do have to pay to enter. It was 10 each, so like $1 or so.
Yeah, I like these banners hanging from the ceiling here.
It is so beautiful, so beautiful. So much gold, and it's very tranquil in here.
So they have this ancient bell, and apparently you're supposed to rub it and then rub it on you, and that'll give you good luck. Hopefully. Now I have good luck.
It is crazy to be standing here in a place that's so old. It is so beautiful. It's beautifully maintained. I would highly recommend coming here if you come to Shanghai.
Cool walking around in there. Each of the different halls had a different god. They had the god of like money and the god of literature. And I found Pixel in god form.
What is she doing here?
She looks exactly like Pixel, right?
So she's the god of cuteness.
God of playfulness. So we ended up in the bazaar that's right next to the City of God Temple, and it's like this massive mall of stores and I don't know, just everything.
We're gonna have to explore.
But people come up to you and they try to sell you on
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Kitra already got sold.
Well, she didn't come up to me. I stopped there, but I couldn't help but buy the tea because it was actually very good. And I asked her if I could bring it on the plane, and she says as long as it's not a seed, you could take it back like to America or wherever you're coming from. So I should be good to go. But it was quite expensive. It was like $30 or $40, I think. I didn't know the price before buying it, but it's authentic, it was delicious, and I'm happy to support, you know?
Yeah, it tasted like a fruit punch almost.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I feel like this is like a unique souvenir, and it was so good, the best tea I've ever had, no joke.
It's funny, even here, you can't escape Disney. I found Disney in that like little tea shop, and then I'm like, what is this? We found Pop Mart again. They were at City Walk in Beijing, they were at Disney Town, and now they're here at the garden.
Yeah, I feel like Pop Mart must be their kind of like, not like Funko Pops, but like their thing that you could just find at the mall, which I kind of love it. I'm surprised I haven't bought any yet, But I gotta say, this is the coolest mall that I've ever been to. I know this is like probably like a tourist trap, but it's so freaking cool.
So I found this thing. It's like a plushie that comes with a phone case. It's called Animal Kingdom.
Does it hang from this?
I think it might.
Wait, this is the size of my phone. Should I... Looks like Gizmo, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I love this collection. It's called Sad Club, and it's just like little dioramas of in different situations of people crying. I like the one with the cat on the couch, like crying into her pillow. So cute.
There's so many different interesting food stalls here. Like they have those candied strawberries that we ate in Japan. I think they actually came from China originally. But they also have something called haws on a stick, which I think are hawthorn berries glazed on a stick. But they also have like this cute fruit and these like cute little stick figure things. I don't know. There's so many things that I want to try. What do we try? So I think we're going to try a bunch of different things. But the first thing that caught our eye, because we've been eating a lot of like dumplings and stuff like that, we saw spicy potatoes. That's what it translated to. So we're going to try it. Although they look a lot more like French fries.
Yeah, they're just French fries with like spices on them, I think.
It's good. They're like crinkle cut fries, freshly fried. Just a little bit of like spices on top, almost like a cumin or something like that. It's not too spicy, not too exotic. I was expecting something like more crazy than what we got. A 3.5 out of 5. It's enjoyable and it's kind of chilly out, so these are warming me up.
Yeah, he made them like fresh to order, probably because nobody ever orders them.
Now we know.
From the same place, I got myself some bamboo tube tea. You could get it hot or cold. I got mine ice. And we were looking up what exactly is bamboo tube tea. Apparently, it's where you take the tea leaves and you cook it over bamboo, over a fire. And once the bamboo starts browning, that means the tea is ready. This is almost like a milk tea because I think there's some sort of cream or milk in there. But it's so sweet and so good. Oh my god, I kind of wish I got it hot because it kind of reminds me of like butterbeer or something. I know it's like weird to say. Wow, this gets a 5 out of 5. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drink the whole thing because it is so sugary and delicious.
I definitely see the butterbeer. I think that might be the cream on top getting in there. 5 out of 5.
Yeah,
Or nerd
it's
Nerd
good.
Stuff. It's very good. This marketplace is so interesting because there's like businesses that look like they've been here forever, and then there's like modern pop culture stores, just like all crammed in the same spot. We'd like to thank Aura Frames for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Just a quick reminder, Father's Day is quickly approaching, so if you have a father or grandfather in your life, they deserve a good gift, and we have a good gift for you. That is the Aura Frame. Aura Frames is a connected picture frame. It looks just like a normal frame, but you can update it with photos from wherever you are, whenever you want. It comes in a giftable box and you can preload it with photos. So when they open it, it's ready to go and they'll look over at their frame and they'll see updated photos of their kids or grandkids. Thanks to our Aura Frame, we get to relive the memories every single day. We absolutely love our Aura Frame. We update it weekly with pictures from our adventures and of the dogs, mostly of the dogs. Right now, Aura is offering our viewers $35 off plus free shipping on the best-selling Carver matte frame. All you gotta do is click on the link in the description below and use code ORDINARY when you check out. The deal is only good until June 18th, so act fast. Thanks, Aura, and now back to our adventure. We finally found Yu Garden, and it is beautiful. There's just like this walkway that zigzags over water, and there's these like red flowers in the middle of the water.
Yeah, this is so cool that it's just like smack dab in the middle of this. This is a really awesome place. Like, I'm so happy that we came here, and those spicy potatoes make my lips burn.
Yeah, and I think what you were about to say is it's smack dab in the middle of like the city, so you have these modern buildings around you, but then you have this like ancient gardens in the middle.
That is what I was going to say, but I got sidetracked because my lips are on fire. There's a bunch of koi fish in the water here, and I just found a little turtle. We found all the turtles. This is like a koi pond, but apparently there's a bunch of turtles, and they love to lay in the sun over here. Oh my god, there's so many.
So I was wondering why this bridge has a zigzag design to it, and I looked it up. And apparently the design is to allow more perspectives of the garden. So at every turn you can look a different way. And also it follows the design principles of feng shui, which also suggests that the twists and turns can ward off the evil spirits because it makes it harder for the evil spirits to cross the bridge.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
That's cool.
So we saw this place selling Taiwanese wheel cakes in a bunch of different flavors. These were super cheap, less than $1, and they're like these little grab and go things with filling inside, like little cakes, I guess, wheel cakes. The one that I decided to try is cheesy corn, because I'm a cheesy, corny kind of girl.
It almost looks like that cheese, that coin thing that we got in Japan.
Yeah, it almost looks like a little waffle with like stuff inside. You can't really taste the cheese. It's more just like creamed corn or like a corn chowder like we love. They really love their like corn chowders over here, I've noticed. But this is so good. The perfect little snack, and it's like full of that filling. See that? It's like oozing out. They had so many different flavors. We only got 2 of them though. But I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4 out of 5.
So I also got a wheel cake, but I got it with sweet potato. It's almost like the whipped sweet potato on like Thanksgiving dinner. It is sweet, it is delicious. The outside of it is more crispy than I thought it was gonna be. I'd give it a 5 out of 5.
Nice. They had a durian flavored one. Should we try it? I will give you $100 if you try it.
I'll give you $100 to try it.
Okay, deal. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not doing it.
Oh, are those pineapple buns?
Wow.
See, that's why they call a pineapple bun a pineapple bun.
Because it looks like a pineapple.
Yeah.
Not because it tastes like one like I
I
thought.
love walking down these aisles and looking at all the different foods. A lot of stuff I've never heard of before. Like I was considering this right here. It's bayberry juice. I've never heard of bayberry, but apparently it tastes kind of like a cranberry. I don't like cranberries, so I'm not going to get it. The pro tip is you can usually find the best things when you see a long line of locals. That's where we got this next stuff.
So they have these little dumplings there made with rice flour, almost similar to mochi. I was actually talking to a local online. I was asking her like the best flavors, and she recommended the red bean paste, which I think is a seasonal flavor for the spring. One thing I was not expecting is they're warm. I was like expecting them to be cold. But yeah, she was telling me that it's kind of like mochi. I don't know. So it's very squishy. I might need to give it a second for it to cool down. It's like burning my hand.
By the way, the locals have been so nice.
They have. Everybody has been so nice to us. Like everybody's been very friendly, and like she went above and beyond to like help me. It was just very nice of her. So I've tried red bean before in America, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I'm like, you know what? We're in China. I want to try it again. I want something like authentic. And I gotta say, it's actually pretty good. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit nutty. You could definitely taste like the bean flavor, but it's like more sweet. But I think I finally understand why people like red bean paste. I like am quite enjoying it, and I'd give it 4 out of 5. One of the other places we were just walking by has this huge line, and they served these super giant steamed buns with crab and pork meat inside, and they actually give you like a straw to suck out the liquid.
If you go to any of these street markets, you'll find people selling berries on a stick. They're covered with those like sugar glaze. We had some in Japan. There were like strawberries, but it actually originated here in China. In Shanghai, they have haw berries. I think they're from hawthorn trees. I've never heard of a haw berry before, but we're gonna try it out right now. With the exception of the seeds that were a surprise. I didn't know there was gonna be seeds, so I bit into it and there was like hard seeds in the middle. First of all, the crunchy outside tastes like you're like biting into like glass or ice or something.
It tastes like you're biting glass.
I don't know, and it crunches. It has just like a satisfying crunch to it. There you go. But the berries themselves are like a super ripe apple. Very, very extremely sweet, which I'm surprised by because over here in Asia, I feel like they don't love like super sweet things. But this is extremely sweet, and I love it. I'd give it a 5. Well, I'd give it a 5. The seed.
What do you like more, the strawberry or that?
Oh my god.
Because I also sell strawberry ones there.
I think I like this more actually.
Whoa, okay.
The only thing I don't like is the seeds. I'll give it a 5.
Thumbnail. Oh no. Pro tip, don't bite it by the side because half of it will fall on the ground. Who knew hawthorn berries from a hawthorn tree were this delicious. It's funny because
The people in China knew.
well, obviously, but like we keep walking past these, and like for some reason I thought they were like chestnuts or something. Like I didn't realize they were a fruit. I thought I didn't know what I was expecting, but I'm so happy that we decided to get one because we're almost done with our China trip, and I would have regretted not getting this. Ordinary Adventure Star, you gotta try it. But they also have like strawberry ones and different fruits you could find everywhere. But try the haw berries or the haw seeds. What were they called? The haws. Haws. This place is huge. Like there's so many twists and turns. You kind of get lost in here. There's so much. Like there's so many stores, so many little food places, so many like places where you can get your haws. This place is cool. We could spend like all day here.
I just walked into a place that had life-size chocolate animals. And then there was like a sign that was like, don't feed the animals.
I mean, I was gonna share this with them, but I couldn't, so.
So located right next to the gardens is a culinary and cultural landmark here in Shanghai. It is a steam bun restaurant that was founded in the year 1900. Think about that for a second. And they're known for their Zhaolong Bao. That's a steam bun filled with pork and a rich, savory broth. We had them earlier in this video, actually, you saw us eat them. But basically, that is the kind of steam bun that is famous here in Shanghai, and we're trying to become connoisseurs of them, so we got to try them all. But this is probably one of the best of them. This place is in the Michelin Guide. It is supposedly one of the best restaurants in this city, so we're here to try it.
The name of this restaurant is actually based on a town that's near Shanghai where this style of bun was actually invented, and obviously since then they have expanded. And I'm excited to try it. I wonder if it's going to be better than the one that we had earlier in this video. Like Peter said, we're trying to become connoisseurs of these before our trip is over. I think we're almost there.
This restaurant is located on the second floor of the marketplace.
Yeah, it's like a huge, huge restaurant. Probably because it's insanely popular. One of the details that I love inside of here is the lanterns almost look like the little buns. That's good detail right there.
And you can always tell a good restaurant when you see both locals and tourists eating at the same place. We've encountered a different kind of Pepsi. I think you gotta pull that off. You gotta pull it that way.
Oh, I thought I broke it at first. I was like, oh no, I broke the can. By the way, I love the Pepsi logo in Chinese. So good.
Of course, we got the pork soup dumplings. That's what they're most famous for, and these look incredible. It comes in a pack of 6, which I think equates to about $1 per dumpling, which is still way cheaper than it is in the US, but not as cheap as it was yesterday when we got like a pack of 12 for a couple dollars or something. So obviously you put it into your soup ladle, and then you take a little bit of a bite. But watch out, because if you take too big of a bite, it'll squirt at you, and you don't want that because it's scalding hot. And then you drink out of there. You know how I said yesterday we had the best soup dumplings we've ever had? Well, it's now today. Yesterday is the first loser now. You know what I mean? These are incredible. Just like the soup alone would be a 5 out of 5. Ordinary Adventure Galaxy, I'm calling it. But this whole thing, amazing. Just so rich, so savory, so just perfect. Just perfect. They're perfect.
These are really, really good. They deserve the Ordinary Adventure star. But hot take, I think the ones we had yesterday were better. But these are still amazing. It's so interesting to me how this one tastes different than the other one. I mean, they both taste very, very similar, but I feel like the spices in these are like more subtle. We'll give it the Galaxy, but I think when you come to Shanghai, you gotta try both. Decide for yourself. So I like the other ones more, Peter likes these more, they're both amazing. We also got some of the steamed creamy buns. No idea what's inside of them. Literally, I only got them because there was a photo of them and they looked like a pig. When I ordered them, our waitress giggled at me, so who knows what's in them? I have no clue. So the inside is filled with a creamy kind of egg custard. It's sweet. I think this is a dessert. It's creamy, just like it was described, but it's actually really good. I give it a 5 out of 5. I think anything you order at this restaurant is gonna be good. Just saying. They got a Michelin star.
We finally made it into the gardens, and it's a lot less crowded in here because you actually have to pay money to get in.
Yeah, the little shopping center and stuff I think is free, but if you want to go in the temple or into the gardens, you do have to pay a little bit of money.
But
Totally worth it.
oh my god, this looks amazing. It looks like you're in a movie.
I know. Doesn't feel real, but it is, and it's very old.
It was completed in 1577 by a government officer as a private estate for his parents to enjoy the tranquil and happy time in their old age. Imagine getting that for your parents.
Why don't you make it for me? Make me my own garden back home like this. No? For me and the dogs, no? So what I find so interesting about this is the trees. Some of these trees, like this tree right behind you, is 400 years old. This one right here is 100 years old. That's crazy to think about.
The thing that I think that's crazy about this is you turn a corner and it's completely different. Like, it's a maze of a garden. And I don't think you could fully explore this in a few hours because I don't know where I even am right now. I love all the bridges here. Like right here is like polished rock.
Yeah.
Almost feels like slippery.
So when are you gonna make mine at home? Make my garden. I want one just like this, an exact replica.
Do you want it with like 500 people?
No, I don't. I want it just for myself and my dogs. And you could come in if you want to.
Kitra going into her hobbit hole.
Wow. This just keeps going and going and going and going and going. It gets prettier around every turn. If you want to have like a nice photo shoot, come in here. Trust me. I saw like one girl all dressed up. You know that she was going around posing next to things.
It's literally like a maze. You'll go through a cave, come out the other side, and then you'll be in a courtyard that you never knew existed.
Peter was like, I think we're back at the beginning. I was like, no, we're like on the complete opposite side. And it's funny, like everybody who went into this little area, like there was a collective like, oh. I found some cute touristy magnets. I love the design of these. They're so cool. So cool and colorful.
Do we need to buy a statue of Pixel from?
Maybe, I don't know.
This one is flexion decoration for office, for house.
Yeah.
Yeah, very beautiful.
It looks like our dog.
So Kitra's on a mission to buy one of these lions, but she doesn't want like a cheap plastic one, but also...
Oh, I'm
No,
okay.
we're good.
Thank you.
We're good.
No, I'm okay.
We're fine.
It's
We're
okay.
fine.
Thank you.
We're
No,
fine.
no.
So walking through here, you do get stopped by a lot of like people trying to sell you, I'm guessing, fake like watches and stuff like that. Oh no.
And luggage and purses and yeah. But I want to find myself like a little jade like statue, but they're expensive and they're all really big and heavy. I want like a little one, like a micro one.
We need this guy right here. That's what we need.
Yes, this is what we want. Too bad we can't just bring this home with us. It's probably way over the weight limit. Oh. I'm making Peter walk through this bamboo trail so I can get a photo. There's no one in here.
The other day I was saying how many bikes there are in the city. Just look at this. Look at how many bikes. Some of the bikes here have these huge baskets jerry-rigged on the back so they can deliver stuff. And I guess China's just like safe because they literally just like leave the packages in the back and no one steals it.
This has nothing to do with anything, but I just wanted to show you some chips that I picked up at the Family Mart. I got some Lay's that are cucumber flavored, and I got some Cheetos that are like steak flavored, because why not?
The sun has gone down and we are now left our hotel to go check out Nanjing Road, which is one of the world's busiest shopping districts. What does that mean? I'm kind of like expecting like, you know, Times Square, Shanghai edition, but I don't know, we'll see. Okay, I think we found our first touristy thing. I think there might be a Lego store here.
That's awesome. This kind of reminds me of like New York for some reason.
Yeah.
Like the marquees kind of remind me of like the Broadway, like Times Square or something. I don't know.
Totally.
Yeah.
Look at that right there. That's in between two buildings.
I'm so happy we waited until nighttime to come over here because I feel like it looks really cool at night.
So one of the coolest buildings in Shanghai is the Pearl. We're gonna go there tomorrow, but they have it built in Lego.
Yeah.
And even in Lego, it is gigantic.
Yeah, it's kind of blowing my mind that somebody built this. We weren't even gonna walk over here. He's like, should we go look in the Lego store just to see? I'm so happy we did.
You know, they're not gonna have any like unique sets, but they always have like these master builds by master builders, and it's always unique to that store. So I always like seeing that. They have an Eiffel Tower next to it. That can't be to scale, right?
No.
No?
No. They also have like a giant dragon in there.
Is that to scale?
Yes.
So apparently this is 540,000 pieces to build the pearl in Lego.
And it took 1,200 hours to make. Worth it. It looks awesome.
Oh, and I didn't realize when you go up the stairs, there's a whole Lego building skyline of Shanghai. This is probably a thing that I've never noticed before, but the lights on the ceiling are gigantic Lego bricks.
That's cool. Good observation. So you could tell that we really miss our dogs because I just found another Frenchie. I like ran across the street. I was like, it's another pixel. But it's a white pixel, not a black pixel.
That pixel really wants the bagel.
Yeah, I mean, I want a bagel too.
You really know you're in a touristy area when they have an M&M store. Kitcher's wants to go to Sephora to see if they have anything different over here. I think that's kind of funny.
They have some different stuff here, but I was hoping for like Korean skincare or like something. They're promoting this brand called Gota, and then I looked and it's like from New Zealand, but it's still something different that you can't find in America. So I'm like, should I get some face cream?
Everywhere we go in mainland China, people have selfie sticks, even in Disney parks. It's funny, the M&Ms, I think outside of the Disney Springs location, he's just like holding up his phone. But this location actually has him holding a selfie stick.
Peter doesn't want to go into the M&M store and get a M&M shirt that says M&M store Shanghai. I'm trying to convince him we could get like matching, like he could get a green M&M, I could get like a red M&M. We could wear a Shanghai M&M t-shirts, but he won't do it.
We don't need it. So we just took a turn down an alley and there was a bunch of food stands and they all had like interesting Chinese food. Like there was this one place, it was a trolley car that were grilling up squid.
Yeah, it was like an old school Shanghai trolley instead of a food truck. But this whole area, I'm loving it so far.
It's a vibe for sure.
Oh no, we're good.
We're good.
Thank you.
Yeah. See, that's like the fifth person that's like
It's
tried
just
to...
funny. It's funny that we keep capturing it on film. It's like they see us filming and they're like, maybe they'll want to buy a wallet now.
I think another thing I like about this street is it's shut down to cars. So it's just pedestrians and it's like filling the streets. It's almost as if like Times Square was just people, which I think there's still cars going through it, right? It's like
Times Square, yeah.
like Shibuya Scramble where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah. So this is kind of cool. Another thing I didn't realize is mainland China loves KFC. And like there's like K coffee.
We might have to try it one of these mornings. Hi.
No, we're fine. We're good.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you.
I honestly think if I was watching this at home, no, we're good. We're good. Thank you. I think if I was watching this at home, I would think that this is planned and it's like a joke, right?
It keeps happening. Why does it happen when you turn on your cameras? What I don't understand.
It happens when the cameras aren't on too. You've heard of 3D and 4D movies? Well, I think this place has 7D. I don't know what are the 7 dimensions, but apparently there's a T-Rex involved here. What do you think this is?
I don't know. The sign says Spaceship Excellence. Is this what this place is called? It seems like it's like a ride. Like you sit in a ride vehicle and you watch like a 3D movie or something. Spaceship Excellence.
That one had a train engine on it.
Do you think it like starts at one end and goes to the other?
Maybe.
Like where does it stop and start? I want to know.
I don't know.
So I want to take one on the way back.
I swear to God, Pop Mart is everywhere in China. So we've been walking down the street and we keep on seeing ads for something called the Pocket 2. We weren't sure, is it a phone? Is it a camera? We looked it up and it's actually a foldable flip phone with like tons of cameras. And then we saw an ad that it was like in here, so we're gonna check it out.
Oh, wow.
Look at that beautiful photo I took of myself.
Okay, so the iPhone isn't going away anytime soon, basically.
No, I want this. What are you talking about? I think the most interesting thing about that is this store looks exactly like an Apple store. Like even Oh,
No, we're good.
I'm okay. Thank you. Just on cue. Anyways, it felt like an Apple store in there.
We have a day and a half left in Shanghai before we go home. So if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe below. If you want to see the rest of our China adventure, we have so many videos.
Yeah.
Put them right over there. We have Hong Kong Disneyland, we have Shanghai Disneyland, we have Universal Beijing. Anyways, we want to say thank you to some of our Patreons. That includes
Kendall, Cynthia, and Tiffany. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next adventure.